weekend again.
Yes.
Did you assume this was going to happen coming here? Or what?
That was my plan, and I was hoping, but I mean, I made sure it would happen.
Right. You go to Wyoming Prep. You live in Illinois. You're from Illinois, but you went out there. In a sense, has that become an RTC for women's wrestling?
Yes, almost. And like at Wyoming Seminary, not only do we train with girls, but we also train with the top guys. Mm-hmm. So it's I think it's great that we have that sort of access to that elite elite group.
You also have Adeline Gray that was out there too, correct?
Yes.
How much did she help you with this?
Sometimes she would come in and out, and she mainly didn't really train with me because she was focused on because she's on the senior team.
Right.
So, but she would come to tournaments and she would coach us and she would warm up with me and stuff. So she would help me a lot mentally and also with my speed because I was gonna wrestle these women that are a lot bigger than me. And she's a lot bigger than me, so I had to use my speed in order to hang.
But like you, she's a woman of height, and she's been able to use that in her sport.
Yes.
Do you look at be able to do the same thing that Adeline has?
Yeah, sometimes. It's very difficult because she's so good at wrestling. So I try.
So speaking of being so good at wrestling, that was the number 2 wrestler in the country. You teched her. I think you pinned her in 7 seconds at junior duels.
At Body Bar.
Or Body Bar.
Yeah.
So how, there's a big gap between you and pretty much everyone that's competing with you. How do you keep that gap there, and how do you stay motivated?
I train with the best guys. I go to all of my coaches, and I make sure that I develop, because I don't want to keep the same moves. I want to keep developing because obviously people would figure me out. So I make sure I try to stay way ahead rather than just above.
You're one of many women who keep talking they'd like to continue training against men or boys, even at a time when girls wrestling is growing, whereas just women wrestling against women. Why is it that you want to still keep training against the guys?
I feel like the guys, the guys, I feel like they're a lot stronger, and some of them are more technical, but and they're more aggressive. Like sometimes guys push me a lot harder than girls. Women, sometimes I just need to push myself with women. So like I train with a lot of my partners that I've been with since day one, since I was like 7. So we both know how to get a feel for each other, and we both help each other, and I feel like a lot of girls don't do that. So.
Would there be anybody at Wyoming Prep, a guy on the guys' team who really pushed you?
There's been a few. There's been like Darwin Hall. He's like 182. He's like my height, and he's pretty big, but he would still grab me, and like even when I wanted to go with a guy, he would be there for me. And because sometimes guys still nowadays don't really want to train with the girls, but he always was willing to.
So sometimes when you're really dominant in a tournament, it can be hard to take things away. You've got Cadet Worlds coming up in 2 weeks. Is there anything that you can take away from this tournament that you need to work on?
I need to, I think, I mean, I have a good routine before my match. I think maybe I should just, it's hard because, I mean, these matches didn't last too long, so I don't know. I mean, well, the last match, maybe I could have, I probably should work on my conditioning. I got a little tired there, but, I don't really know. Maybe just keep developing my condition. I mean,
you had a pretty good tournament. Yeah. No worries. So, anything else?
Well, first I would like to thank God, of course, and my parents, my mom and my dad, and my teammates and my coaches. And recently, my number 1 coach, Jose Martinez, his wife recently died, Betty Martinez. So I would like to dedicate this whole tournament, both wins, to her.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.